Just making sure. Thank you so much for all your patience. Namaste, everyone, and welcome to our Utsahi's yoga session today. I appreciate all of you taking this time on a Sunday morning to join us live. So, firstly, before we begin our yoga session, I would like to take just a moment to kind of go through the basics about why are we here really, right? Each of us has a different reason why we are here. All of us have our own personal needs and unique needs, I must say. So let us try to think about why we are in this yoga class first. Let's remind ourselves. It could be a physical need if we have any health issues, or if we want to just remain healthier so we can avoid problems. It could be that, or it could be mental stress that we are going through in life, or just work or home, family. It could be just trying to get a relief from that, or trying to manage the stress better. It could also be our emotional balance that we need. So, how we respond to to respond to situations or respond to people. So, just to have a better balance, so we are able to respond in a better way and manage situations better. It could be any of these, or it could be simply that we are on a spiritual path. We like to incorporate yoga and meditation in our daily routine. So that is, it could be a variety of reasons, but whatever your reason is, you have taken the first right step in coming to the yoga session and joining all of us here. So having said that, I would also like to remind you that what we have to try to achieve from these yoga sessions is not to blindly follow everything that any teacher is following or showing or demonstrating. We have to try to be conscious as a yoga practitioner. So that is what we always try to remind in our Utsahi yoga sessions, that it is not the quantity, it is not how much or how many asanas or any of the other aspects of yoga that we are able to practice during that half an hour or 40 minutes or even 20 minutes or 10 minutes, however long you have availability of time. It is not the matter of quantity, but it is how effective you are practicing. And so even if it's a short number of or small number of asanas or poses that you're practicing, we would like you to remember, please try to reach the right quality, make it more effective. And how do you do that? By following some basic principles, okay? So we at Utsahi always try to remind, please throughout our yoga session, let's try to be aware of ourselves. So when we say ourselves, it can be our body, our mind, our emotions, our intellect, our soul. So all these different beautiful aspects make us this human being that we are right now. So throughout the yoga session, let us try to tend to each of these aspects in a good way, in a beneficial way. So for that, we have to learn to relax our body. So physically, we have to relax ourselves. Try not to hold our body tight throughout our yoga session. And even now, while you're listening to me, just try to relax, please. Wherever you are, whether you're sitting on the floor, whether you're sitting in a sofa, anywhere you are, please try to release that stress, that tightness to the extent possible by you. Just relax your body. If you're seeing me, you should not feel like I'm holding my body tight and I'm struggling to do yoga practice. That is how you should think of yourself also. If there is a mirror in front of you, you can try to assess during your own personal practice about how you're holding your body. So try to relax physically, please. And also, what's important is the posture. When we're talking about physical, we're also not trying to stoop like this. We have to try to keep our backbone straight. So that is how we are going to avoid a lot of problems, and we are going to strengthen our spine here. So please try to lengthen it, try to straighten it. So our back should be as straight as possible, aligned with our neck and head. So I'm just going to show you side please. So just try to do this, please. A posture, a particular asana calls for a different kind of position. You should try to keep your back straight. Okay. And also, when we talk about after physical, let us focus on mental. So when we're talking about mental relaxation, please try not to think about anything else. There may be 100 things going on in our work or life in general, but please, right now, just try to focus on your own well-being. We all know that when we are well, when we have good thoughts, when we have good health, that is the only way we can help others and make our personal situation, our professional situation better. So please let us focus on our mental health as well. So just trying to not think about anything else other than being here, being aware, following these basic principles of yoga practice. So these are all small reminders. Since we are meeting after quite some time, there's been a gap. So I wanted to just go over this and then start our yoga practice. That is the only way we can be more effective with what we are trying to achieve here. So after physical, we should also think of connecting our body and mind throughout our yoga practice. So when we are doing the physical yoga practice, when we are trying to keep our thoughts to ourselves, when we are not thinking about anything else, we are just trying to be conscious about each aspect of our human being, every part of our body, our breath, we are focusing on it. All that will lead to oneness. So we are going to be one with ourselves. So that is the one of the purposes of our yoga practice. Ultimately, our yoga practice will take us to be one with the ultimate soul, that is Paramatma. So right now, we will tend to our own Jiva and Jivatma, and then we will focus on the spiritual growth. It will happen automatically when we are doing it in the right way, practicing yoga in the right way. Now, without any further ado, now I hope you are all sitting in a relaxed way. Your body is relaxed. There is no tightness. If there is some undue tightness, if you continue your efforts of relaxation, I'm sure you will achieve the right kind of relaxation. So please don't give up. Just continue practicing regularly. Now, I hope your backbone is also straight, aligned with your neck and head. I hope your mind is free of other thoughts. You are just focusing on your own well-being and your own practice right now. Please try and keep your eyes closed. You can place your palms on the knees. If possible, if you're sitting on the floor, you can sit in Sukhasana or just crisscrossing your legs. If not, if you're just sitting in a chair, that is okay as well. You can just leave your legs down, placing the feet on the ground, relaxing your whole body and mind. Now let us bring our awareness to our breathing. Please slow down the rate of breathing. Many times in the rush of our usual routine, we tend to be breathing fast and we don't even realize it. So that is one of the first things we have to do as soon as we start yoga practice. And even throughout the day, even if you're not actively practicing yoga, you can take a moment, observe yourselves, lower your rate of breathing, start breathing normally. And then, if possible, you can even go for deep breathing. Just with this alone, you are already getting wonderful benefits of yoga practice. So please slowly now for deep breathing, meaning just inhaling to the extent possible by you. A long, deep breath in, followed by a long breath out, as long as possible. It has to be slow, it has to be deep and long. Please continue this pattern of deep breathing. A long, deep inhalation. Take all the oxygen possible, all the fresh air, the good elements. Inhale it, fill up your lungs with it. And then slowly go for exhalation. Breath out, exhaling all the negativity, the carbon dioxide, the bad elements out of the body, and the atmosphere and into the atmosphere. Nature will take care of. Please continue this. Now we are going to add one more step to this, which is recitation of Om. This is a universal melodious sound that is going to give us another way of relaxing further, bringing peace. Can you all please mute yourselves? I think somebody's video or something playing. No. Sorry about that. The Omkara is another way of bringing peace within us and all around us. So as we continue this deep breathing, please remember during exhalation, during that long breath out, we are going to recite Om. Try to recite it again in a way that is going to synchronize with that long breathing. So the length of the Omkara should be the same as the length of the exhalation. Let's try it together, please. We will take a few tries before we get it better. Okay. So many of you may be new to this. So let us try slowly together. A long, deep inhalation, followed by exhalation along with Om. Om. Once again, a deep breathing, deep breath in. Please try to find the right pitch and tone for your Omkara, which should be peaceful and effective to you. During exhalation, one last time. Deep inhalation, followed by Omkara during exhalation. Om. Please sit in the same state. Kindly sit in the same state of relaxation and peace. Now, this is the peaceful. Sorry. Mr. Ibrahim Sayed, kindly mute yourself. You are unmuting repeatedly. Mr. Ibrahim Sayed, you are having the video going on. This is in the class. Kindly mute yourself. Thank you. So this peaceful state, I apologize for this interruption. Let me remove this. Yeah, I just removed that person. Sorry about that, everybody. So this is a state of calmness and peace that we have to continue our yoga practicing. So we took about more than 10 minutes for this today with the introduction as well. But however, I hope we all understand the state that we have to try to get in as soon as we get into our yoga practice. And as I mentioned, even throughout the day, we can try to incorporate little bits of it, like, keeping our posture right, our back straight, aligned with the neck and head. So if we are at the desk doing computer work all day long, we're not stooping. Slowly we are going to affect our health, our backbone, our body, right? So if we try to maintain that posture, it will help us long term. We will become stronger. And similarly about the breathing, automatically the stress comes down. If we try to take a few moments throughout the day, every now and then, taking a pause, thinking about our breath, making that observation. If we are breathing fast, then try to reduce the rate of breathing. Try to go for that deep breathing, even if it's for just 1 minute or 2 minutes during the day. If you do that often, you will see that you are feeling better. You're feeling more energetic because you're taking the oxygen in, which is a vital element which we need to physically survive and feel better. And also with it comes the positivity, the reduced stress. So every aspect of our yoga practice is very, very helpful, very important. So let us try to follow that. Now, let us go for very simple movements for the various joints. Again, as I mentioned before, that during the yoga practice, let's all try to be aware of our every part of ourselves. So we are now focusing on our joints, beginning with our joints, smallest of small joints here in the fingers, right? These joints which are connecting and making our fingers strong. So let us focus on those and give them exercises. Simple movements. Breathe in. As you fold all the fingers, make the palm into a fist. Apply slight gentle pressure, please. Hold it. Hold it for a moment or two. Then as we breathe out, we are extending our fingers. Breathe in, please. Hold. Let the effects take place here. Let us benefit from this effect. Breathe out and extend, please. Stretch them. Stretch all the fingers. You will feel relief. Now, bringing our palms together in Namaste. Continue to keep your eyes closed if possible, please. And now we are slowly pushing each finger against the respective finger of the opposite hand. Push them, please, as we breathe in. So we are synchronizing breathing and movements. Breathe out. Breathe in. Hold, please. Hold for a moment or two. Breathe out. Now, let us again make a fist of our palms. We are going for rotation at the wrist here. Slowly breathe in. Synchronizing breathing along with movements is very much emphasized throughout our yoga sessions. Breathe out. So breathe in and breathe out during the rotation. Now, in the reverse direction, please. If you rotated in one direction, now rotate in the opposite direction. Slowly, with gradual practice, you will get it. Very slowly, please. Relax. Now, let us go for elbow joints here. We'll take care of our elbow joints. Slowly breathe in along with bending at our elbows. We are keeping our hands up straight, parallel to each other in the beginning and parallel to the floor. Then slowly as we breathe in, we fold, we go for one rotation and breathe out and complete the rotation. Let's do this in the reverse direction now, please. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Wonderful, wonderful. Relax, please. Now, let's now move on to the next joints that we can think of, the shoulder joints here. You can either do while sitting in the same position, or you can kneel down or stand up, whichever is more comfortable for you. Slowly raise both hands. Once again, start breathing in the same way as before. A long, deep inhalation along with very slow movements, please. Remember, we are in no rush to complete the practice, but we are focusing on practicing effectively. So, breathe in and breathe out slowly as we complete the rotation. Let's try again, please. Breathe in. Try to breathe in for one half of the rotation if possible. Then slowly as you breathe out, you're bringing your hands back to the starting position. Let us go for rotation of the shoulders in reverse direction. If you have elderly at home, or if you are having some stiffness or some other health issues by which you're not able to raise your hands, what you could do is you can still go for the shoulder rotation by just continuing to place the palms on your legs here, take support and just go for shoulder rotation in this manner. Okay. So one direction and the opposite direction. So please encourage anybody who is in your family, please encourage them to try these movements for better health and well-being. One last rotation, please. One last rotation. Relax, relax. I hope you're feeling good after this. Now, let us go for the similar kind of movements for our legs and our toes here. Kindly keep your legs slightly apart. These can be performed again while you're sitting in the chair as well on a sofa. That's fine. So, or even when you're lying down, in fact, if you're in bed, you can even try these. So now slowly bend just your toes, please. Bend them. Now extend them. And now try with synchronizing breathing. Breathe in. Hold, please. Hold it so that effect is happening right now. It's benefiting us. Breathe out and extend. Now let's try with the feet. Breathe in. So we are essentially trying to tend to each of our parts of the body, helping it, right? Breathe out as you bend backwards. Breathe in as you bend forward. Hold it, please. Feel the stretching throughout the legs here. Breathe out. Once again, feel the effects. Where are you feeling stretching? Where are you feeling compression? Right? Now, if possible, you can keep your legs further apart. You're going for rotation at ankles here. Inward rotation and then outward rotation. However you would like to do it. Couple of rotations in one direction along with the breathing, please. Continue that deep breathing to the extent possible. Then couple of rotations in the reverse direction, please. Very slowly. Wonderful. Relax. Relax, please. Now bring your legs together. Now, while we are here, we are also going to go for trunk twisting here, okay? So, one more way of stretching ourselves, giving some more movement to ourselves and strengthening our core in this particular movement or posture. Now, I would also like to mention that every practice you have to remember that this may or may not be for you. So if you're expecting a baby, if you're having some health issues, if you had a surgery in your upper body, for example, this is not for you. So please just avoid it. So always try to remember, always try to consult your doctor before you come for yoga practice so you can select the particular practices for you, and you're welcome to talk to us as well. We will help you with the same. Now, trunk twisting, slowly twist your trunk to the extent possible. Place your palms at a comfortable position from your upper body. Not too far, you may lose balance, not too close. You may not be able to bend properly. Spread your fingers, please. Slowly go for forward bending. Please try to continue to sit, be seated on your hips there. Try not to raise your hips. Just the upper body is bending forward. So you're feeling the stretching on one side, compression on the other side. Great practice for strengthening your core as well as your arms here. Your body strength, body weight is on the arms and shoulders. Now let's try to the other side. Slowly twist your trunk, place your palms, spread your fingers to get a better balance and grip. Bend forward, please. Hold the position. Try not to raise your hips, please. Slowly come back. Shall we try just one more time on both sides? One more time, please. So when we bend forward, because there is a pressure on the upper body, the chest area, stomach area, we tend to breathe out. So let that natural phenomenon happen. Breathing out when we are having the pressure on the upper body. When we come back and release the pressure, we can allow the breath to go in. So let's try it again. Wonderful. I hope you're feeling good after this practice. Now, what we'll do is we will move on to few other simple movements. Please be seated once again as we were seated before at the beginning of the class. Once again, do a quick check of your back. Back is aligned with your neck and head in one straight line. The whole body and mind are relaxed. Your palms can be resting on the knees, so they are supported. And you're not consciously holding your hands up. So you can relax your hands along with your whole body more easily. You can either sit in crisscross, which is Sukhasana, or just sitting in a chair, leaving your legs down. Please breathe normally. Now, we are going for movements, simple movements for our neck. Let us begin with forward bending. Just bend your neck, bring your head forward to the extent possible, easily by you. Remember, there is no rush. If you rush, you may end up straining yourself. Very slowly, please. Now, once you've reached that final position, try to relax your neck and head there. Need not hold it. Relax it, please. You're feeling the stretching at the back of your neck, compression on the front side of your neck. Slowly raise your head up. Now come back to the starting position. Slowly start bending backwards. Please breathe in as you bend backwards very, very slowly. Rest of your body is stable. Only your neck and head are moving. Bend backward, please. When you reach your final position, once again, relax your neck and head. Need not hold it. Consciously. Just relax, please. So now you're feeling good amount of stretching on the front of your neck, compression on the back side of your neck. Come back, please. Come back to the starting position. Go for forward bending along with breathing out. Please try just one more time. Forward bending. Remember to relax your neck and head. One last time, we go for backward bending. Very simple movements, as you can tell. But we are just reminding you that we have to practice this regularly and we have to practice these in the right way regularly. So these are the main reminders for you. Come back, please. Now let us go for sideways bending to one side along with breathing out first. You're bending your neck. Then slowly, as you come back to the starting position, you breathe in. On the other side, you breathe out. As you bend, you breathe in. Come back to the starting position. Let's try it in silence, just for ourselves. Please remember to synchronize breathing. Once on each side, please. Wonderful. I hope you're feeling your neck is more released of that tension, tightness. You're feeling a little more movements and relaxed there. Now let us go for turning our neck. Turning, that's also one possible movement. Turn to the extent possible. Hold it, please. Feel the effects of the practice. Release. Let's do it on the other side. Please remember to synchronize breathing also. Just one last time on both sides. In silence, practicing for ourselves. Lovely. Now let us go for one last movement for the neck, which is rotation. Slowly bend forward. Please practice this very carefully and very slowly. Otherwise, you might hurt yourselves. So very slowly. If you go fast, you might also end up feeling giddy. So please don't do that. Take utmost care of yourself. Rotate your neck slowly from one side, take it to the back, then to the other side, and back to the starting position. And as you go for the second rotation, please try to observe the effects. Where are you feeling stretching? Where you feeling compression? And how this particular movement is benefiting you. And that is why we have to practice regularly so we don't develop any kind of stiffness and problems in the neck and shoulder. Now let us go for rotation in the reverse direction. Please try and synchronize breathing. Just go for breathing in as you start rotating. Once you're done with inhalation, just naturally follow it by exhalation as you complete the rotation. One last time in silence, please. So I'm doing a quick time check. So we have about 5 more minutes, and we have taken, we've practiced few basic movements today. But what is most important for today is a reminder of how we have to practice yoga. So throughout the next few sessions that we are meeting every Sunday morning. And also from our Utsahi Yoga sessions are continuing throughout the week as well. So if you'd like to practice during the week, weekday evening, 6:30 to 7:10 p.m., you're welcome to message me, and you can join us there as well. So if not, we will continue what we're doing today with adding more and more different postures for the remaining 2 Sunday yoga sessions. We will not be practicing on 25th. So we are taking the day off because of Christmas. I'm sure all of you have plans, but we will again resume in the new year with another yoga teacher for the Dayton Temple folks. And we will, of course, be continuing our Utsahi Yoga sessions as well. So now, while we are here in this practice, in this particular posture, let us go for a few more stretches. So while we are here, one more stretch that we can perform is your upper body stretch. Just raise your hands up. If you'd like to interlock your fingers, you can do that. Stretch, stretch, stretch the whole upper body. Feel a good stretching. And then relax, please. Let's try this with breathing now. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe out. Wonderful, wonderful. Now let us go for one asana, which is Padmasana. Padmasana on the lotus pose, either you can do half or full. So half Padmasana would be just trying to place one foot on the opposite thigh The other foot continues to be underneath the other thigh. And once again, the basic principles we have to follow is, once we are done with the Ardha Padmasana, we have to place our palms on the knees, keep our back straight, aligned with the neck and head, relaxing the whole body in the final position and continuing to breathe normally. You can even do deep breathing if you can do that. So whichever is comfortably possible by you. Relaxation and breathing well is very important. Now let us go for Ardha Padmasana with the other leg, if possible. So those of you who are sitting in the chair, this may not be possible for you to do that, but there are always other practices which you can perform. So now once again, Ardha Padmasana with the other leg. Relaxation of body and mind in the final position, staying steady and practicing in silence, observing ourselves, breathing right, all things that we have to incorporate. Now, release please. For those of you who would like to try the Padmasana or the complete posture, you can try to go for it. Just combining the two Ardha Padmasana postures, placing each foot on the opposite thigh while crisscrossing the legs. So every final position, the longer you are able to sit, the stronger you're getting. So if you're not able to sit for a longer time in the beginning, it just means that we have to practice more. That's all. Please don't give up. Just continue to practice more. And also all the tightness that you may be feeling will slowly start reducing as well. Now, just straighten your legs. Let's go for just one more asana here. Vajrasana, bending the leg to the side, placing the foot by your hip. Please continue to be seated on the floor. And this is Ardha Vajrasana, if you keep one leg straightened or extended. If you are able to practice the complete posture, you can try bending the other leg also, keeping the knees together, feet on the side of the hips, and you're sitting on the floor in between the feet. Now the checks for the final position are keeping your back straight, closing your eyes, relaxing your whole body and mind, just being one with yourself and breathing normally. So no holding the body tight and no holding your breath. Now while we are here, if you can practice, you can go for Mandukasana or the frog pose while you just spread your legs apart. Those of you who just could do only Ardha Vajrasana or half diamond pose, you can please go for Ardha Vajrasana with the other leg as well. And even Mandukasana, you can try in the Ardha Vajrasana. You can extend or spread the legs apart. There also you can try. So come back, please, release. So the basic, what I'm trying to say is for each of us, there is a different unique need and our own capacity. So we have to respect our body, respect our limitations and continue our practice by modifying in whatever way is suitable for us. Now, we will conclude our yoga session. For the Dayton Temple folks, there is an optional meditation session after this. If you do have time, please continue to be here for the meditation. It will be for 45 minutes roughly. And if not, it's okay. We can always meet for the next yoga session. Please sit again. We are going to conclude in the same peaceful manner that we began our yoga session in. So just sitting silently, just as we were when we were reciting Om. Now we are going to try and be seated in a way that is suitable for meditation, which is the later stages of yoga practice in Ashtanga Yoga. So just sitting silently, keeping your eyes closed, focusing on one subject or object. It could be your own breath. It could be a god of your desire. It could be a beautiful element of nature, like a beautiful waterfall or an ocean. Doesn't matter what, but as long as you're focusing on it in the right way, you will feel like you're filled with positivity and energy. That is the result of meditation. Let us sit silently for a few moments as we conclude our yoga session, and we will see you next time. I will leave my contact information in the message. And if you're not getting it, you're always welcome to go to Utsahi Yoga Foundation website, and we have a contact form there. So please reach out if you have any questions, and we promise we'll keep adding more and more postures. We'll keep training you in the right way of practicing yoga. And I hope you will put your own efforts as well to learn it well and practice regularly. That is the only gift that we desire from you. So just practicing regularly will continue to provide these free yoga sessions for you. Thank you so much for joining. Namaste.